ISTJ, logistician. The ISTJ is all about keeping things in order and being right on time. They're practical, realistic, and super responsible. Their brain works like a machine with one motto: everything in its place, and they stick to it. Making decisions without emotions, they get things done without getting sidetracked. If they say they'll meet you at a certain time, you can bet they'll be there. Job done. ISFJ, defender. The ISFJ is the one who's gonna understand you and fight with you. They care a lot about others, remembering every little detail, from your favorite meal to your birthday or even your problems. They're totally committed to their duties, sometimes sacrificing fun for it. They've got it all under control thanks to their attention to detail, but they also keep some things for themselves. INFJ, advocate, the compassionate dreamer. That's the INFJ. Behind their sweet smile is a keen people analyst. Driven by deep ideals, they're always looking for the best way to help others. They're determined when it comes to putting their vision into action for the common good, even though they might sometimes get caught up in overthinking others' feelings. A noble heart with a mind that never stops imagining a better world. INTJ, architect. The INTJ is the brainiac of the group. While others play around, they're off analyzing the world and plotting their next move all on their own. Skeptical but fair, their high standards don't cut any slack for mistakes. They question everything, and you better don't tell them how to do their job. They've got it all coldly calculated. ISTP, virtuoso. This ISTP guy is all about exploring, always figuring out how stuff works. He's forever caught up in projects, whether they're tiny or huge, and he loves putting things together and taking them apart just for the fun of it. His logical brain and endless imagination help him solve problems in a creative way. Jobs like mechanics or engineering are right up his alley, letting him dive into his passion for tinkering and making things better. ISFP, adventurer. The ISFP is the sensitive-hearted bohemian. They live in the moment, not worrying about tomorrow, savoring every little detail. Go with the flow is their motto. They'll never judge or force anything. Friendly, but they hate conflicts, so it's better not to disagree with them. Let them be free and independent, inspiring others with their appreciation for life and art. INFP, mediator. The INFP is maybe a bit too empathetic. Behind that look that seems to live on another planet is the kindest heart you'll ever see. They're always in the clouds, figuring out how to make the world better. They empathize like no one else, but be careful. Sometimes it overwhelms them and you might risk hearing about their emotions for hours. Just smile and don't interrupt, or their sensitivity will go out the window. But is noble in their cause though. INTP, logician. The INTP is always thinking, analyzing everything down to the tiniest particle. You lose track of them when they dive into their thoughts, disconnecting from the world. They spend hours debating theories or wandering through logical worlds, even if, at times, they don't understand themselves. Critical and skeptical, no detail escapes them. So be careful attacking their ideas, or you'll end up on their blacklist. STP, entrepreneur. The dynamic ESTP, unstoppable and obsessed with one thing: action and more action. Bored of plans and talks, they solve everything on the road. They enjoy the here and now, guided only by their instincts. Spontaneous as long as it's fun, they hate being tied down. They really need action. ESFP, entertainer. This sunshine ESFP attracts friends wherever they go. Outgoing, friendly, and tolerant, life's a party with them. They radiate positive energy and cheer like it's their middle name. They enjoy working with others. Without them, everything would be dull. They adapt on the go to any plan or crowd. Just get used to an extra dose of optimism if you're hanging out with them. ENFP, campaigner. They say behind the spark in an ENFP's eyes is a brain working at full speed. This person comes up with ideas faster than you plan for the weekend. They connect concepts at the speed of light and act with a natural instinct to link patterns. With them, you'll have to go with the flow. They often rely, maybe a bit too much, on their improvisation skills and verbal fluency. ENTP, debater. The ENTP is a master at reading others and persuading them in a discussion, but they're not as closed-minded as you might think. They could change their opinion if presented with new data. The one thing they must be doing all the time is moving. As they get too bored with predictability, leaving you clueless about what new thing they'll come up with tomorrow. Although it might not sound so bad. ESTJ, executive. The ESTJ handles things with an iron fist. If you ask for a job, you'll get results quickly, but don't even think about trying to skip their processes. Order and method are their second nature. They detest improvisation, so get ready to do things their way, or they'll start giving you orders. Some may complain that they're a bit rigid, but if you want everything to run like a Swiss clock, this ESTJ is your type. ESFJ, consul. The warm-hearted ESFJ will do anything to keep peace in the group, so don't even think about messing with their people. If you need an event to go perfectly, this ESFJ will take care of all the details to make sure everyone has a blast. They always know what everyone needs before they even ask, or even before they know it themselves. Someone you can definitely rely on. ENFJ, protagonist. ENFJs feel this sort of calling to serve others for a higher purpose. They see it as being in the world to help others unlock their potentials. Therefore, they are natural leaders. People like to listen to them and follow their advice. And believe me, seeing others follow their guidance makes them very happy. ENTJ, commander. The ENTJ was born to lead, and they know it. With charisma and ambition, they attract followers like bees to conquer the world. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. Thanks to their rational mind, they make everything work perfectly to achieve their goals, although sometimes they can be a bit much for others. Luckily, there are few of their kind, because otherwise the rest of us would end up tired of so much order and strategy. Although it must be acknowledged that without people like them, many successful companies wouldn't exist. After all, someone has to step up when the situation calls for it, and this ENTJ is always ready to step up. Drop in the comments which personality type you think you are, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel to get smarter with all this knowledge. See you.